The hardest part of building GUI applications in Python shouldn't be the code needed for laying out widgets in the interface, but rather the actual design of the interface itself. However, when using inbuilt Python modules such as tkinter, or modern forks of it such as Tom Chimansky's custom tkinter, this code needed for laying out the widgets how you exactly want it to be tends to be the most tedious aspect of it, I found. So what I've done is I've created a tool that will help streamline this process. In the description, you can find a GitHub repository where all of the files for this tool is located. You can download this tool by navigating to the GitHub repository and clicking on either of these two links if you're on Windows, or if you're on other platforms, you can actually clone this repository and then run the file on Python yourself. I've already got the tool installed, so let's show you how it works. Here you can see we've got a very user-friendly interface that you can edit all of the window settings of your applications easily. So here we can change the dimensions of our application and they'll update in real time. You can also select the theme that your tool or that your application uses, and as well as the Windows title. So for example, test. You also see here there's a path. You can select the path of a logo if you want your application to have that. You can also add any of the custom tkinter supported widgets except for a few, and once you add them to the workspace here, you can edit all of their properties and click and drag and move them around. Very easy stuff. This takes all of the pain out of coding your own GUIs and actually transforms it into the pain of designing a good user interface. Now, let me show you what's possible with this tool. I've already created an example file, and I'll just load it from the project here. As you can see, it's a simple calculator application. Now, the best part is we can export this straight to a .py file where we can actually run the code and see the boilerplate that it generates. So if I create a new directory here, and I select the folder, we'll export it as a .py file to this folder. And you can actually change the export settings under this preference tab. And you can see we can actually adjust the various settings of our export. Now, if we open VS Code and navigate to this file that we've generated, project, and we can see we've got an assets folder containing all of the images and files that our project uses, as well as our .py itself. Now, if we run this program, we can see that the file is exactly the same as how we designed it, and we can start writing the code for this program in VS Code or any editor of choice very easily. And we don't have to write all of this boilerplate code to determine what our widgets and functions, various functions look like. So some cool utility features include the ability to have callbacks in our code, which will automatically generate the boilerplate and link the commands of each widget to that callback, as well as custom color support and various other widget specific settings. So yeah, like I said, the GitHub repository is in the description, and I'd appreciate it if you give me any feedback on the GitHub repository under the Issues tab. All right, happy Pythoning.